KJ. The KJ pick on bind is always an interesting one. You don't see it too often.
No, it's a bit more of a niche kind of pick to go for. So I'll be interested to see exactly what they play out. If they're how they're going to change up, you know, any kind of styles. If it's going to, you know, mean they're going to play a little bit more towards A and leave the KJ with a little bit more of their room by themselves to run it.
Yeah, I want to see now how TCD play this double controller comp. Do they know what to do with this Viper? The wall is good to start, but how are they going to do this? Most other players starting up towards B here, and it's just going to be Piggy John walking up with this wall. How are SETU going to clear it?
Gonna take a lot of space, actually. Gonna push him towards all the utility to try to take it, but it is gonna be B that is the center of the tension for now. Deepa's gonna reset Son, gonna try to get some taps on, but no vision, nothing to run it through. So that plant is just gonna be so easy to push on through. Actually,
The triple TP?
The damage is actually dealt by that nanoswarm, so they slow it down. That few extra seconds could be huge. And now just trying to tap on through. A lot of damage being traded here, but it's looking like a huge opportunity here. Piggy John actually coming in for the flank on the flank on the flank. And now 2 versus 4. Like, Piggy John could actually get something here, but the first kill goes their way, but the rest are not going to do it. Very clean. They play it slow. They don't overrush it. They don't even try to go for a fight early on. They just let it into that 5v5 retake and play it really well there.
I don't think TCD really had the util there to deal with how floody SETU were playing that. Like, they had 3 people going through the TP, one person elbow, one person CT, making so much noise. All of them just trying to claw their way out. They're all like hungry dogs barking at each corner, and then TCD don't know where to look.
Yeah, Piggy John had a huge flank, but it's just the speed at which they did flood meant that by the time they got into a position where it got value, their team was already gone. So really well played there. SETU starting it off strong, especially now that they gain a 5th player and already getting the round here. They're going to actually fight once again, but losing it out. Piggy John takes the head off of Lynxy. Back to this 4v5 nature that we are oh so comfortable with, I'd say. It's like it never changed.
Yeah, now you can never count SETU out. It's like they're in the default stage now, right?
Start to
They're
run
back.
like
They're back to
1v5
ground
scrims.
zero.
It's to practice.
Yeah, turret's gonna spot that. It's just zone here. Oh, and that is bad. B site's cracked wide open. But TCD aren't taking it.
But that could be exactly what's needed here. The fact that no one's making any noise, though, does set a little bit of questions. I think they're just going to fully commit here for now. And now A-side's taken. They are going to rotate back, but
30 seconds left.
will they be able to actually take the fight over to TCD, or will they have to give this away? It's going to be about getting these early attacks. LeBron's James got himself a little flash over here ready. It's going to slow them down, get some info. And now they need to try to burst on a quick spot. Zeb with a classic. Cannot get anything here. This defense cannot retake it, cannot fight. Croissant is going to get taken out, and weapons shall be recovered. So that is a huge round to take. Just playing off those first 2 picks and putting so much discourse and discontent over towards the defense and taking over the A side after a long delay.
I mean, I can't help but feel it was off the back of some ambitious peaks.
You know, some maybe a little bit too eager to try to take some fights there. But they capitalize off it, and that's going to be the round in the hole for TCD now. So 1-1.
All 5 players towards long.
It's a strat for sure, and against what the weapons are up against, it should be a clean round. Unless something gets blocked out, something gets just completely disregarded here. But for now, keeping it clean, keeping the damage dealt on the line. The 2B defenders taken out, and now just they're going to try to get something on this retake. 2 classics, a shorty. Make that 1 classic. Something here. Just Lynxy left alone.
I wonder
Get taken out by his own teammates, shorty.
were they just like struggling to make the jump, or what was going on there?
Is strategic peeking. It's a
Yeah.
staggered movement.
Sound bait. I think they were just probably trying to like spot the body in the smoke or something before they jumped up and got impatient. But
Yeah. Because if they overcommit there, the classic could maybe take out the
2 to
kill.
1 now. Keeping the lower weaponry. I mean, they could definitely buy into this and make it a full buy versus full buy.
Especially with the amount of money they have, they do not need to, you know, try to play it out this way. Like Seb is 7.3k. Doing pretty good here, but
Oh my
going
god.
straight in. It is looking like they're going to try to burst over. Taking over the shower control. And actually taking out Lynxy over towards the lamps position. So really struggling.
Yeah, Thrash is online now after picking up that orb. But the crunch? I don't know, I mean, Toozy's here. When do they strike, though? Oh no, Awaken's just trying to bait, but it's making themselves face a bit too wide. Oh, now Toozy strikes, but is it too little too late?
They do take out the spike. So they create a position where it could work out, but it's going to be so difficult here. The Flash is going to try to take something here. They just need to get the spike, and they will. Pull it back, take it over, get that down and dusted. And this should almost definitely be a TCD round, especially Toozy taken out. Piggy John on a 4k here. Only zone left alive and trying to get something here. Gonna have to try to get some kind of kill, some kind of pick, but locked out.
Yeah, it's just another instance of SETU being a little eager for a peek. Like, they're just sitting a bit too wide. It happened on round 2 when Zone peeked out from backside B. Just too wide. Showed ahead, and it got taken off. And now Awaken's doing the exact same thing. Went wide, really wanted the info, really wanted to bait for Toozy. But instead, their life gets taken away. And it opens up the site as well. Because Croissant has a chance to get crunched on. So, I mean, SETU have got to stop peeking out. And getting, maybe they're getting bored. Maybe they're just holding on to their A key a little bit too much. Need to start jiggling a little tighter. I mean, it's small things, honestly, that would get them some more rounds on the board here.
Yeah, just a little, as you say, a little bit too much eagerness over towards a lot of that peeking. So just try to close it down. Try not to play around too many of these. Try to get an advantage themselves, because they have been the one that has been losing the first pick consistently. So trying to prevent that, trying to force out a different situation, because right now falling into that disadvantage is just completely ruining them. They're going to get a nice bit of info towards B here, TCD. They're going to go for the plant as well. Zone with a Sheriff. A little bit dodgy in terms of the aim. Cannot get anything there. Toozy is in a great spot, but they're not playing around it at all. And now taken out is Piggy John. So weapon recovered. Still not a situation that seems winnable, but maybe there can be something recovered in terms of what they got. But quickly falling. Maybe 1-2, and now just Lynxy left alive, all alone, trying to push something, but they lose out the round. TCD on for a 4th once again. Really well, just playing hugely together, playing a very tight-knit in terms of their comp, in terms of their play style. And it's working out, because they're not letting any picks fall away.
Yeah, TCD are feeling very comfortable taking this B site, and I have to feel maybe it's because SETU aren't running the Viper. Usually on defense, he would have the wall up to stop people from trying to come out B, because it gets up at just in front of Octagon, just in front of Hookah. You don't want to get decayed up, you don't want to get mollied out, and you don't have a chance. to take the site. Good bit of delay. Alright, Tuzi with the judge again.
Oh,
Yeah, deterred them this time, but I mean, I didn't stop him just last round. Everybody went up long. So do we regroup? Or does Tuzi get overeager?
I
And
think
lose
Tuesday
his
getting
life.
overeager.
Yeah.
With some hindsight, I think that's what they're going to do. But losing 2 players, TCD now are actually going to redirect their 5 men. They're going to pull this away, keep a push going. From TP's Awaken actually in a great spot here. Takes out one. Sees the flash. Is just going to pull away. Try to get a smoke off. Try to stay alive. Just above the head. LeBron James not taken out. And now left alone is Lynxy. He's gotten one with the judge. Able to upgrade to the Vandal. But 1v3. Still full util. So maybe an opportunity here. But they need to be able to put these into position. They're going to start it off. Going to satchel over. Tries to get it. Will get the kill. But gets taken out just as that showstopper leaves his hand. 5-1 now, and TCD just pulling away so well.
Look, all I'm saying is this is how it went last map, right? And SETU started getting some rounds, and we were thinking, oh wait, game on, right? Same thing again, except this time SETU closes. Surely. Even with the scuffed weaponry.
Yeah, 2 rifles. The Guardian, you know, not the worst in the world. Similar strategy that we've seen already come out successful. Gonna be just this long burst out. They're just gonna pop out, go for this. Use that Trailblazer, try it. Get a little bit of info over here. Actually gonna use the Thrash as well to back it up. They're gonna be able to clear out completely here. Actually gonna just throw it forward into that smoke, so should not be recoverable. Might be a little bit too quick on the trigger there, but following this through, they're still at a huge advantage. Especially as soon as that spike falls on through, Tuzi just jumps in, doesn't get anything, and they're gonna fall so much right now. Croissant gets one, gets taken out through the fog of the pit as Lynxy satchels in, but all alone, cannot do anything. Gets one, but taken out by Seb. 6-1 TCD, just absolutely controlling the entire flow of the game right now.
Yeah, I think their understanding of the map is just far superior here. Especially with the way they're running the comp, with the way they're walking people up. They've got a way better idea about how this map is meant to go down. And I mean, I don't know if I've seen a single... I mean, they popped the Hunter's Fury last round, but I don't know if I've seen serious value out of the Sova util once yet.
Hasn't been able to do such a thing. Gonna showstopper here. Lab should be taken out here. Awaken. Gonna get taken straight away.
The shorty.
Pigeon just gonna clear out. Tuzi gets a dink off, but that should be all in terms of that. 3 versus 5. And no weaponry to are able to get one here. Tuzi gonna pick off a player with the classic, but everyone else is gonna just fall straight away. Croissant taken out. 7-1 TCD, just completely running away right now. Weapons out for SETU, but they need to start kicking in the gears now, otherwise it's completely gone out of their hands for now.
10-1. I mean, that's the story in and of itself, right?
I would like to note they were I think bottom fragging last game.
Keep it cool. That's how you survive.
So a huge twist of fate here. They went from that KJ struggling to now getting out this kind of value. Lynxy gonna start us off here. Picks up Seb. They take a bit of damage, but they know the spikes are down. They have a man advantage, and now they don't need to try to push for too much more. They can just try to stick to some strong angles, try to pick up the spikes here, and they need to get value, and Tuzi's not going to be the one to do it. Falls to Piggy John, setting that 4v4 back in motion.
As another time somebody's died because they're sitting behind this Viper wall. I don't know, they keep on putting bodies right behind it, and they get punished for it every time. They need to start putting util towards it. If you put the dizzy flash up there, have it bounce off the TP so you can get it back, see if anybody's actually behind it without having to put your body on the line.
Here.
They have plenty of util to do it.
Found them. Alarm bot down.
Yeah, it's just utilizing it. And now that util zones, a land bot is gonna get to know that there are some endeavors going on over towards shower here.
Turret out.
But they're just
30
taking it slow. They're
seconds
actually going to completely revert their way over towards B. Really setting themselves up for a difficult situation. There's only 20 seconds on the clock here, and they don't even have the sight.
I mean, they're gonna have to take out Lynx really fast, yeah, and the fact they spotted it now was great. Lockdown would work if it wouldn't end at the same time the round did. So Lynxy just gets to stay on site here, and they've got 4 seconds left. Plant has to go down, and that's nothing. Another round where TCD have gamed themselves. It seems like they're due one every map.
Yeah, once again, just not allocating enough time to that rotated. The alarm bot spooked them so much more than it really needed to there. I know they had the info. I know they were able to get a little bit of value there. But you can still flood out. You still have so much value. You can still pop the wall, try to get a lot going on there. So definitely a little bit of just fear setting in themselves and misjudging the situation off the back of that. So difficult one. SETU, they increase the amount of rounds. They get a little bit more value. And they're actually going to switch up once again. Pulling that killjoy towards A. They're going to try and see if they can spot anything out long. And now Croissant needs to do something. He's going to actually get that kill. Going to pull back now as well. Does not want to overstay it, but might go in for seconds when which could be a blunder if not timed right. Not going to be punished this time around though, so keeping that advantage over towards SETU. They do have a Thrash still available for 2Z, so a nice bit can be pulled from that if needed.
I don't like 2Z's position though, again.
Has not been getting really any great value over towards these kind of holding close one and done spots. So it's going to be a struggle here. They are not using any of that util. So really not getting as much value out of that Gecko as we would really want to see here.
As soon as the Viper Wall goes up here, they should pop Dizzy. Or Thrash even. Okay, instead they're going to get dizzied themselves, and they get taken out again. This position from 2Z is getting nothing done. Multiple times now they've just been slaughtered while trying to play pocket. And all of TCD just walk up short, and now they've taken all the space. 4v5 looking to be converted here, unless Croissant can pull a miracle.
We're going to need to see them break away with something huge here. And to start off, they're not going to get anything. Trying to spam away, do something. Gets one onto Biggie John, but Seb going to take that kill, get them up to an 8th, and TCD, when they're not playing themselves, they're just dominating over towards SETU here.
And they're doing it off the back of the Viper Wall. Like, the Viper Wall is the comp difference, and SETU don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, there's so much that could be done, especially when it's that late in the round. Even just popping either Dizzy or Mosh, something to slow down any kind of push could be huge there. But not using anything, just trying to play for a fight that you are so susceptible to losing, puts them in such a terrible spot. And 2Z's never winning that off the back of that huge flash. And now they need to do something here. They will have a little bit of weaponry going. Awaken is going to open it up though. Piggy John get it a little bit too feisty over here, trying to push through, play around his own wall. And now pulling that out of the round, that is a huge kill to get a lot less value over towards that, the no more wall. And Croissant is utilizing that kill, pushing off the back a bit, and going to try to take some space here.
And the Sova flanking though, there's going to be no dart for this hit. Instead it's going to be the showstopper, just to, oh. Well, just pretend that one didn't happen. Septix gets the kill over into the zone, and now it's a 4v3. Make that a 3v3. The trades are going on, but LeBron's James is showing up again. Croissant now with this flank. Has a chance here. All of his util. Has a drone and a
Everything you could
dart.
ever want. Drone,
Yeah.
arrow, recon dart, everything. Gonna start it off. Gonna drone in
Saw
through.
it, saw it.
Oh, he knows.
He knows he has a dart. He has. There it is. Yes, against the perfect.
Clears it out. Knows exactly where they are.
Yeah, has a shock to deal the damage here.
Needs to be able to finish this kill off, but the Classic is gonna fight against it. Still going to take that out. Croissant finishes out the kill, gets a triple to end it out. But my God, that was
That was around.
that was a round. It was a good, like SETU got the first pick. Try to create a good position here. When pushed upon, Linksy suicides into a dog.
Yeah, that. I mean, talk about seeing red. To go for the dog with the showstopper. Not even like towards long, where like maybe you'll get the sky. That's
Yeah, it's
in
like,
the
I might
that's
get
in the dog.
It's like I might get the get concussed, but at the very least I can try to deal huge damage, maybe the kill. Nah, dog's taking it.
Here.
The dog's tanking it. What a king.
They get the round though. They give a chance for maybe an 8-4 half through. It's going to still be difficult. They still don't have everything, and this time Trailblazer is going to be able to land. This time it's going to take out a lot of Zone's HP as he gets pushed on by Mosh, by Paint Shell, and by Piggy John. So now it's looking like it should be
One
the
kill.
9th. But that's a good start.
Oh, the start into elbow. Okay. There's a nice little dart you can do to front side here. Thrash has gotten one. With the judge though, it's going to be hard to close out, and in a 1v4 it's going to be even harder.
Yeah, and it's going to end as well. No longer pick up Crash as well. Seb as well does peek up with the elbow, take him out, and that's a 9-3 half pushing through for the side of TCD.
Okay, SETU have to get some rounds on the board. I mean, they're running double and ish, right? So this attack side should be better for them. And they need to get a few more rounds. If they get more rounds in a 4v5 than they do in the 5v5, I don't know if they're letting that down for a while.
And it's a bit cooked if that happens. It's going to be a difficult pill to swallow at the very least, but
The most
maybe.
we need this pistol moment.
Let's make him dance.
It really is. This is such a hinge point for them. Derek can actually reveal a lot, but not going to get taken up before it can. Still, damage going to be dealt over towards those defenders. Linksy showing why they're picking this. Going for the double satchel. They got the movement down on this side of the map. Going to take out Lamps. And now they know two players are trapped over towards the shower. It's going to take them out. And Plant comes in. 5v2.
One enemy remaining.
Showing very different than what we saw over towards the first half. Seb going to actually whiff. That
How was that not a headshot? Hello?
somehow hits hits their headphones, I guess.
I think it
knocks
hit
off
her
their stick
collarbone.
I would not survive if I got shot in the collarbone.
Yeah.
I don't speak for everyone here, but I would not be very happy.
You wouldn't survive. Well, you know what? You'd have a rough day if you got karate
Emotionally,
chopped in the
it would
collarbone.
be rough.
Emotionally. Yeah. The 30 damage that Raze took there was emotional damage. That's what it was.
It says body shot, but man, it was so much more. And
They
this
say
time around,
body,
we're-
but that's where the heart is, and that's where it hurt me.
Exactly. But this time around, it is just going to be a complete switcheroo. Five towards A, 5 towards B. Unless these rotates can come in very quick, this plan should be easy, and then it should just be about protecting the situation. So it's going to be easy enough to get that down.
Yeah, how many people are gonna go off of the flash here? As soon as the molly goes away, throw it out. And here they come. Floods in. Awaken. 3 cleans almost all of them up. With 1 spray on the Bulldog.
My Bulldog doesn't do that.
My Bulldog definitely doesn't do that. I thought they were dead to rights there. As soon as they swung out, I was like, what are you doing going behind your own smoke? We're throwing, and then they got 4. So...
Then they just absolutely decimated. The 5th was over towards elbow. Zone takes them out, but huge round to be able to take. And then now is the first big hurdle. They got the pistol. That was the first step, but now it's going up against the full weaponry. And you're trapped on these Bulldogs, this Judge, this Spectre. So if you can convert any amount of value here, it will be crucial right now.
Okay, drone takes long. That's a good mosh. That's going to stall this hit. This arrow's going to get no value, and Piggy John is getting loads of value. Almost 4. The Recon Phantoms shooting well. They're harnessing their inner bang. And it's 4 kills. Again. I can do whatever you can do, I can do better, apparently.
Yeah, just absolutely takes them all out there. There is just a shooting gallery completely not able to garner anything. But still, weaponry is going to be able to be established for the side of SETU. Full rifles, and they're opting for a Judge over toward the Lynxie. Maybe going to try to get a satchel play coming in, try to break some of that distance and get a easy pickup.
Fully smoked.
And he's just going to break it in towards that lap there. Actually going to take it all. The lap one is sitting on top of the truck. Is not getting any value. They just cannot see anything here. Getting spammed a bit, but not taken out. Once this smoke fades, this spot could either be amazing or just get completely destroyed. And once it does, no one is showing face. Croissant is the only one, and they will get the kill. And they're actually going to fight for more here. Gonna get another here. Seb could be next on the chopping block, but is actually gonna win out the fight, not letting it fall too much for 3 versus 2, and make that 2 versus 2. Piggy John grouping up with Seb. They're gonna go for Wingman, try to stop this. Mosh is gonna be set up to go for this. But they're gonna get the kills anyways. Tried to play for stall and just lose out the round there. 11 now, over to the TCD side.
Yeah, no, you didn't have to correct yourself. It was definitely still a 3v2. Little Bro is MVP there. It let Septic take the fight and cover for Piggy John while one person was trying to walk out behind the truck. Like, the amount of value that Wingman has in those scenarios is just immeasurable.
Thanks.
It really feels like it's just an extra person in those post plants. Piggy John was huge in that round there, and they've gotten 22 total kills. They're sitting at 22 and 9.
Yeah, it's been absolutely insane right now. They're going to try to recreate the take they were able to establish there, hopefully with better end results. We're going to see Wings is going to be able to pop down the spike here, but 5v5 is such an odd retake to try to pull it in LeBron's James 1-for-1. Another one in the showers, though. I don't know if you expect another one to be able to pulse out of there. And Piggy John's actually going to group up with them as well. So even more. Lamp's position, though. Lynx is going to get one. I cannot pull out the Judge in time. So taken out 2 versus 3 now.
Last player standing.
And now just Awaken here. Gonna have to try to do something. Does have that orbital strike. Can try to pop that and force out something here. But they're just going to tap it. They're going to bait it out. And they just wait here. Gulabjamon peeks out, Awaken, taken out, 12 on the board. TCD making this look easy.
Yeah, just about 0.94.
Yeah, maybe
12.
a little bit of one second delay over there on the
Match point.
Set.
orbital blast could have done something. But
Yeah, if they had a molly lineup or something.
hindsight, you know, hindsight's 40. As they say.
SETU need to get 3 more rounds, otherwise their reputation is in jeopardy, I'm afraid.
And this round is going to be a difficult one to swallow with that there. showing off a few rifles, a Guardian. Once again, a Judge in play, this time for 2Z. But plays coming out here. Go for this. Fully pushing on through, trying to take log control. 4 players, and they're going to pick up a triple. LeBron James absolutely decimating everyone, but they get pushed on back. Zone gets a triple, Awaken gets another, and now just 1 player remaining here. They have a chance. They're going to try to not give away a huge round in their hands. As the plant's going to come in, and they're going to try and set it in motion. A lockdown is available if needed in this. Hope not to have to use it, but desperate times might cause for desperate measures.
I would say they should use it here, honestly. Okay, never mind. There's no need. As soon as I said it.
Tries to jump through the smoke. Maybe not the best situation, but they're on the cusp of equaling how much they did with 4 people.
Yes. I mean, it's a big round from Awaken there, I know. I like the play that TCD do. It's something that you'll see on Bind a decent amount. Just one of those rounds where you'll have a bunch of people push down long. And it did almost good if Zone didn't get to, but Awaken is big there to say, okay, they've put all these people towards long. There's hardly going to be anybody watching hookah. I'm just going to run on through and crunch them from behind. And Awaken cleans it up to give the site to SETU. So, huge play from them.
Yeah, huge. Try and make some huge plays here. Crash. They get a bit of info, but not get any kind of kills. Awaken catches
B's
the
open.
flanking Piggy John.
Yeah,
So
B's
now
open now.
The defense is going to be so thin, trying to run their way back and try to break through. And he's going to be able to molly, he's going to be able to push, he's going to be able to just try and stop any kind of breakthrough here, but the spike is going to be taking its time.
They have the lockdown online here as well. Oh, they have plenty of ults for this. I would definitely invest if I was them, one of them. Oh, instead we just want to go for the fights. There you go. Showstopper invested. Takes 2 kills and it's all but guaranteed the round. Okay, set 2. They have at least match the amount of rounds for the 4v5.
Yeah, a bit better showstopper. Kills 2 people instead of himself and a dog. The value proposition is much higher on that one, I think. And as well, tops it off with the final kill on LeBron James. 12-7 here, and showing off a nice little face here. It did cost, you know, a little bit of ultimates, but at this stage in the game, at this point in the round deficit, you have to expend so much because you can't be trying to hold value for the chance of next round because next round might not come. But the money for its TCD is definitely in a bit of the gutter here. Not going to pull out much. The best they have is a Guardian full armor. But this Judge as well could be something, but actually going to get found out here, but not taken. Trying to spam on through. The Hunter's Fury gets thrown, but running through, Awaken and 2Z are going to fall by their own accord, and Lynxy doesn't even check it. Hookah's just completely compromised. A 6 HP Viper might be all they need.
Okay, finally. Finally they take him down.
Holding my breath for an entire, like, 20 seconds there. Just waiting for the moment where Piggy John gets taken out there, but 2 versus 4 now. They have such a little bit to run with. The one ult they had was already used to little avail.
Oh, and now 2 people are pressuring
the
again.
smoke, playing it out. The Judge is going to get a kill, but 2 kills picked up, and that showstopper hits in the head, straight to the dome. Zone taken out, and a 13-7 repeat comes on through. This time with Lynxy in the mix. Oh, that's a heartbreaking way to end it out.
26 and 12. 10 kills more than the next highest player, Piggy John. I mean, I was saying that a big difference in this would be in the comp, and I mean the exact difference in the player was also just as good.
Yeah, just such amazing value in terms of the agent, but also just every single headshot being hit. 5 first bloods as well being taken by them is absolutely huge there. Lynxy, they might have been, you know, not as warmed up as the rest of them, but still picking up a nice bit of kills. But imagine if, you know, they had 5 from the start, but hypotheticals, you know, they're not going to lead to much here. So TCD taking 2 games, 13-7 here, getting themselves 3 points in the system. Just absolutely huge here. And SETU, it's going to be heartbreaking, but
It's hard for them now.
it sets them back so much to try and come back from this and try to garner something. But there's so many weeks ahead. There's opportunities to do it. A loss is devastating, but it doesn't mean you can't come back, especially with a win. You know, try to claw back some of those points. It might be top 2 in an 8-player group, but it's still doable, especially if you're able to fight back on some of these games.
Alright, TCD are feeling pretty good. SETU, not as much. At least they got as much rounds in the second map. I think the reputation is saved, salvaged, even.
Yeah, like it definitely, you know, could have been better, but the recovery is still nice.
Yeah. And that is going to do it for week 2 of IECS. Tomorrow, we got plenty of more games on. You want to take us through it, Kurt?
I believe tomorrow we have Rocket League running. And TFT. I keep forgetting we've added TFT, but it's really exciting. I don't know much about TFT, but I watched the stream and it was really exciting. But I had no idea what was going on. I'm being 100% honest here. But you'll be seeing that tomorrow. Hop on and get some eyes on that. And then on Wednesday, we're going to be running Counter-Strike 2 as well as... Is there something else on? Where should I organize this? All the games are lost within my head. We have so many running now. It's amazing how many games. Yeah. We've just the addition of so many games is nice. But we are going to be running League of Legends then on Thursday as well as F1 on Friday. So a whole week of games every single week to be able to look forward to and play around with. But just from me, from Schmergen, from Heltic, and from our observer now, Akiza, thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. And we hope to see you next week, tomorrow. Every single stream, we hope to see you come around. Thank you so much.